Hello everybody, Demon Red Mist here. Hope everybody is having a good Saturday. I am on for another instalment of the Nordschleife Drift challenge that I've imposed upon myself, where I am going to be attempting to drift all of the Nordschleife without going off the track. I've been using the same car for it, and I will use the same car again today. Obviously we're on part 11. Part 10 was a very good session. I did manage to get all the way... Where's my car? There. Managed to get all the way to the end of the track. However, I didn't actually drift half of the track properly, because the furthest I had got previously was to the carousel, and I was alright up to the carousel, but then it was all new territory. I didn't go off the track, but I had no prior experience of what I would need to do around the rest of the corners. So I'm on again today to continue the challenge. Now, there are a few parts of the challenge, one of which is that I am still learning to drift, and another is that if I do go off the track, that I will start the lap again. It's kind of like a punishment reward system. It does help with learning, and one thing I will say is that having gone through this process of like really trying to learn how to drift, I have noticed an improvement of my driving in normal racing situations. If I happen to get the car sideways, I'm much more confident and much more skilled now at keeping the car going. Or at least that's what I think. Oh, I needed that. That might be a Saturday night, but I'm on the coffee, not the beer. Now it has been, I think it's been about a week since my last drift session, so I'm not expecting any miracles here today, as someone's driving around in my car, robbing bastard. So let's just go and see how this is going to go. It might not go very well today, but there's only one way to find out. I'm going to have to get myself back into the swing of things, clearly. I mean, recently I've been driving the Red Bull Junior, which has an unbelievable amount of grip and is not for drifting. This is very different. Oh, just clipped the wall. Oh, a bit too quick. Now, I know on part 10 I was working on a new process of going through turn 2 and 3, and if I am shouting, by the way, it's because I'm not in a chat party, so the car is a lot louder. I can barely hear myself. Yeah, this might take a few runs to get back into the rhythm of things. Ah, yep. Oh, a bit quick. Now, I'm not worried about going off there, as I had to tell my brother. Oh, the lap hasn't started yet, so it doesn't count if I go off there. Oh, bit too quick, bit too quick. Okay, yeah, it's going to take a few runs to get back into the rhythm of things and let the hands flow freely. Oh, clip the curb. Oh no. You now feel like a noob. Didn't get that quite right, but oh, I had a fucking bastard. I had a steering glitch in there, and I tried to react to the position of the wheel on the glitch instead of just sticking with it. And the wrong position there, Dave. Oh, that's too fast. Too soon, dickhead. Bollocks. Slightly wrong line. He's gripped on the curb. Too soon. Too tight. got that all wrong then. It's going too fast. Couldn't stop it. Oh, you bastard. Ooh, bit too much sideways there. Too fast. Bollocks. Just too quick. Oh. Too soon. Bollocks. A little too much curb there. Oh, my mind wandered then. I wasn't even concentrating at all. Ah, come on, Dave, do your flicking there. Oh, bottled it. Recovered it nicely, but I tried it in 6th gear instead of going down to 5th, and I didn't like it, so it is 5th gear. I know that it is 5th gear, but I just thought I'd try it. Too quick straight away. Too fast. Bollocks. Bollocks, bollocks, bollocks. Oh, come on, you twat. I was in 4th gear, that wouldn't have helped. Oh, you cunt. Clipped the grass and spat me off. Oh no, what are you doing, Dave? That was that was too big a flick at too high a speed. I know in part 10 I was looking at, I think, trying to take it turn 2 and 3 as 2 separate corners after trying to do it as one whole corner. Oh, okay. Why am I not going down enough gears there? Just about kept a wheel on the road, but I was going way too quick. Not great through there at all. Ah, too fast. Come on, you donut. make an absolute meal of this. Fuck's sake, Dave, what was that? Everything was wrong there. Ah, too tight. Okay, why is it not slowing down there anymore? I even lifted off really early. I know I must have been on the grass or something, but come on. Started so well. Well, actually started badly, but felt like the rhythm was coming, but now I'm losing it. I'm not getting myself into the right positions here at all the right gears. Fuck, come on, Dave. You're just fucking wobbling the wheel rather than setting yourself up. Ah, didn't need to upshift then. Too quick in. Now, tried dabbing the handbrake, and I was on it too long, and it just absolutely killed the revs, which is to be expected, but too tight. Yeah, bell end. I was going to grab a drink quickly. Oh, excuse me. Come on, you knobhead. What are you doing? You can definitely tell I've been out of practice for a while, but it doesn't change the fact that I should be doing better than I am. As interestingly, it is, well, it might not be interestingly, but it is me personally just not steering the right places, the right amounts. Oh. Ah, that's wrong, too soon. Okay, it really does not want to slow down in that for that corner, even slowing down early. I have to slow down earlier. Oh, come on. Not getting the rear end out. Oh, come on, Dave, you're better than that. Better than that as well. Bollocks. It's not good that, Dave. You're not moving your hands properly. I needed to gear up there. Too straight on the exit. Oh, not easy to save it when you don't know actually where you are. Oh, you've... That's better. Too much throttle, you bellend. That was going nice as well. Just too much gas at that point. I messed that up. Going in a bit quick. Too tight, you bell end. And again, too tight. That's too wide, too wide. Fuck's sake. I'm just going to take a breather for a moment. Have a look at the replay there. Which means going into the realm of toughness again on this. I think it's possible I might have to concede that I'm not going to do very well on this track here today, because I am out of practice. And a few runs ago I mentioned that I wasn't even concentrating. I was thinking about something different. Basically what I was thinking of was, is there another track that I could go to just as a different track just to do a bit more drift practice, but somewhere different. And it is something that I do when it comes to practicing for races. Actually, it's very easy to hammer a track and hammer a track and hammer a track and not improve, but take a break, go drive somewhere else, come back and you can improve. Now, I'm not saying that I would come back to this track today, but what I am thinking is I might just go to another track, Suzuka for example, just to work on a little bit of flow of drifting. Just do a few runs around there, see how we get on, and then tomorrow I can come and have another go of this. So kind of use this as a bit of a warm up for tomorrow. I've reminded myself of the speeds I need for the corners and stuff like that, but the more I try and do it now, the more difficult it might be. So if I just go somewhere like Suzuka and let that piss me off instead. Okay, so let's go to Suzuka. Now, Suzuka is a track that I have done a bit of drifting around before, but never in this car. So I've no idea what it'd be like. But I'm just doing it, like I say, just to clear my mind of any frustrations of the Nordschleife, and drift somewhere else. Because I mean, I've had it before when practicing for proper races, in Formula 1 series, where perhaps you feel like you're missing half a second or you're missing a second, whether it be in setup or the way you're driving, but you can't find it. Go drive somewhere else. You may find it there. But it's good to have a little change. Now, that's not saying that if you're married or got a girlfriend, you should go and have a little change. But in a racing sense, yeah, it can be very good to clear the mind of that one. Just make sure it's still on the drift setting, which it is. Now, obviously, I've no idea how this car is going to... Well, I should have an idea of how this car is going to behave around here. Because I've driven the car quite a lot now, but obviously it is a very different track and the turning points are very different. Ow. Oh, going a bit wide. Oh, come on. Oh, I'll tell you what, there's not a lot of lateral grip. This will be a tricky bit. Oh, it's... I don't really need the Porsche in front of me. Ooh, overcooked it. Not bad. I mean, I probably did go off a couple of times, but I'm not too worried about it going around Suzuka because I'm just doing it for the pleasure of it. Okay, let's have a quick butchers at the replay on that one. There's a couple of bits that weren't too bad there. Turn 1 and 2 was nice on the second lap. One of the things that I really struggled with when I started doing this, or prior to starting doing this sort of drift challenge, was I could power slide around the odd corner or a couple of corners, but prolonged drifts like that one there, I couldn't do them, and that is something that I have obviously actively been working on and have improved on quite a lot actually. I mean, it still needs work, but compared to what I was capable of doing. Yeah, that wasn't exactly drifting on the way in, was it? That was more crashing. I'm going to go for another run there. I mean, Suzuka, it is quite a nice track to try and learn to drift on. It was a track that I was using a while ago because of the first sector. Oh, that's a bad line. That's a bad line. What are you doing? What is going on with you today, Dave? Ah, double shifted. Come on, service road, save me, thank you. Not saving me there though. Ah. Made a mess of that. Ah, too much. Fucking hell, it does not like you using the handbrake into there at all. Shouldn't have shifted up there. Missed the downshift. Oh, she's going. She's going. Oh. Right, I'm going to go for one more run. Went the wrong way on the gear. That's not going to go well. Balls. Oh, yeah. I absolutely hate the reset system on this game. It does not need to be on all the fucking time. Even if you turn it off, it's on. Take the wide line. Bit too early on the turn in there. It didn't want to slow down. Binned it in Dunlop again. Right. Well, that achieved what I wanted to achieve anyway. Just go and get a bit of a flow somewhere else. Just do something completely different. So hopefully tomorrow I'll come back on and have a look at having another go at the Nordschleife. And really I need to be doing much more. I can't. If I keep leaving 5-6 days between sessions, I set myself back every single time. Whereas even if I did it every other day or every 3 days, that would be much better for me. Because instead of having to have a session like today where it's a warm-up session in the end, I wouldn't need that, so every time I come on gives an opportunity of progression. Anyway, I'm going to end this there, so have a good weekend folks, and I shall see you all again soon.